can you share your memories of Miami's Columbus Day regattas?
Absolutely not. I'd get arrested. Morning, ladies and gents and bullet hands. Okay, today we're cheerfully last pirate standing, sitting right now. You got the floor. I'm gonna tell you about a good one of my best records, to the best of my recollection. Columbus Day Regatta, I believe mid '90s, man. I went every year back then. I don't know the exact length of this particular race that started out of, I believe it was when Commodore Monroe, the famous historic Barnacle in Coconut Grove, the yacht club's down the way there by Monty's Bar. Not Coral Reef, but I believe Biscayne. And now they even call it Regatta Park now, the old Elliot Key Convention Center where Jim Morrison dropped trout. And I was 9 years old and he got an indecent exposure. I should have gone because 3 years later, I went to Hollywood Snortatorium for the Emerson, Lake and Palmer concert, I believe it was. So, and the following year, man. If it's good, I'll be there, man. Blues, rock and roll, and you know the rest, man. It starts with an S and ends with an X. But I spell sex with 3 X's. I can't even, all I know is everyone on board besides me, that's why I'm last pirate standing. Not the only reason, amongst the myriad of things, is everyone's dead from that cruise, man. And we weren't involved in the race, but we went there, and I sailed. Like I said, I guess if you didn't catch the other part, it's important, man. We're on New Gardens, 23-foot Columbia fiberglass sloop. We're talking a mainsail and a jib. He didn't have no spinnaker, and he didn't have anything else for that matter. No motor, no battery, no power. So we didn't even have running lights, which is illegal as hell. And it's not a very good idea as far as marine safety is concerned. I'm trying to think how many people, but whatever. I guess that's not important. 5 or 6, like I said. Rocky washed up in Hurricane Andrew, drowned. New Garden just died of alcohol poisoning, I believe. The cops wouldn't even take this guy. He's a great friend, right? No. They wouldn't even take him downtown for arrest because he smelled so bad, man. So the boat wasn't very sanitary. But this is way pre-pandemic. Like I say, the 90s were probably the best years, just like spring break in Fort Lauderdale. We should get to that. But yeah, okay, so right off the bat, if you're tripping and drinking, weed, I think that's the extent of it, man. Which is plenty, isn't it? Beer and acid, not very good people. Company. So I sailed over. There's a guy that owned the boat. He might have known how to sail, but he literally he didn't get out of the forward berth, man. And everybody else was basically a numbskull, even though I believe almost all of them lived at the anchorage in Coconut Grove, which I also lived in, and most were shrimpers when there was a bait shrimp industry over there on the shrimp docks. And the race, I don't think, that has a lot to do with it. It's called Old Peacock Park, and the conventions where like I say, I don't know if you caught it, Dinner Key started there, then it was Coconut Grove Expo, then it was whatever it was, where they filmed Burn Notice. But that's where Jim Morrison dropped trout of the Doors in '69, and I was living there in the Chinese Village because the Sunshine State in 1966 is when the infamous Griffiths family moved here to the Chinese Village, right on the edge of the Grove, so I could practically walk to the business and arts district there. And there's a couple good galleries, but I won't probably. So, first night of Regatta, I fucking navigate feather beds. I'm proud of that because it's pretty difficult when you're tripping at night with no running lights, no anything. Except the mainsail and the jib, like I said. It would have been fun with a spinnaker. We wouldn't have entered the race anyway. But okay, we made it. I have no idea what we did that night except stargaze and not sleep. And there was no one got laid the first night that I know of, because when you have that many boats rafting up moored next to each other, it literally is abreast, and you got people hopping into your cockpit. Could be from 15 boats down the way, north, south, east, and west. So it's a trip in itself, man. But I am allergic to the hill blazing, so to speak, man. And it was very good weather, but hence the morning time rolls in. Still good weather. No one's concerned about an update on the actual race which this thing is based upon, but we're talking literally thousands of boats. Some are, wheelchair, armchair, what do you call that, like an armchair quarterback? They rent a boat with a bunch of buddies, a houseboat, or like them lake-type fishing boats, and that's it. They barely make it there, the morning comes, we don't have it. I bought a carton, I believe, but like I said, maybe half a dozen dudes on board our boat. We didn't have any women with us. There's plenty of women to go around there. I'd never seen a fight there over lack of women, of anything, and the same woman will share herself until everybody's not that bad or that good. Take it how you like it. So, yeah, I'm trying to, man, I can't remember if that's where I met the mermaid from hell. It might have been, that was Key Largo. Anyway, we should get to some Key story, but this is actually, historically, yeah. Elliot Key is the first Key. That's near, look it up, Biscayne National Park. And if you go to, along the coast of Miami, you got Miami Beach, and then Key Biscayne, Elliot Keys by Biscayne National Park. Keep sailing through Card Sound. You're in the Florida Keys, man. Ocean Reef's at the end of Key Largo, the longest key. Isla is because the Indians saw mounds of purple shells, hence Isla Mirada. But Columbus Day Regatta, what do you do when you're there with a sailboat and a bunch of burnouts and you don't have any more cigarettes, liquor, or woman at that moment? I know what I'd do. I'd sail to Black Point Marina, which is due west. I don't know the heading. We got no, think about it too. You can't see land, it's that far. But we went to, and this is where the story kicks in, people. Black Point Marina is an easy target, and it's got stores and other shrimpers. It's like gangs, man. There's shrimpers from the Grove versus the shrimpers from Black Point Marina. We're better. We catch more. They pay you by the thousand, and we got more than them. I would say in most nights. I was only a picker, man, for Captain Billy. But because I think it's, even though, like I say, we're sailing in this regatta without any, basically, we don't have PFDs, we don't have a build that works. We got a derelict hull with derelicts on board commanding the vessel. It's a ship of fools, man, doggone it. So yeah, here we are at Black Point Marina. Well, because we know the shrimpers and we're drunk and coming down from the tripping. Then yeah, she didn't come with us, the mermaid from hell. And plus, that's the Keys, like I said, anyway, Nazi. But I'll get to her. She got to me, all right. So the regatta now, okay, what happens? There's a lull. It means no wind, zero, nothing, man. We don't have a motor, nil. Man, so yeah, very frustrating, sitting there trying to get back to the women's song, and we got a shitload of beer, and probably on my dime too. I'm a very benevolent pirate. To think I'm sponsoring this trip, man, you burn. Well, like I said, they're all dead. Why am I alive, man? I don't deserve to be alive. They're saying if life was fair, you'd probably be dead too, or at least permanently injured. The thing, not you, but talking to in general, hypothetically. So yeah, we sailed back, but we know who intercepts us? Your neighborhood, local friendly. They were friendly. Not officer friendly, but what do you call it? The park rangers or I'm trying to remember if they were real cops or just park ranger types with a gun and a badge. Same thing, man. You don't want to see them when you're in an illegal boat. It wasn't a hot boat or anything, but The guy could not believe Newgarden. Looks like he's dead up in the V-berth, and everyone else sprawled in various positions all over the cockpit in the house. So, yeah, and I'm skippering this damn thing, so I did most of the talking also. There was a bust off of Vero for, I believe, square grouper, marijuana bust off of Vero. That's, if you don't know, that's north of Miami, south of Melbourne, and south of Melbourne and north of Fort Pierce. In those days, you got to get off at Fort Pierce exit on the turnpike to get there. And I recommend sunrise to sunset at Wabasa, is now called Orchard Shirt Island, I believe. It's a badass place, man. Indian River and the ocean. Surfing, fishing, you name it. That's a waterman's place. Elliot Key is unbelievable. What a setting for this debauchery, man. Did I mention the nudity and graphic, very open sex? Proof is in the pictures. And I believe I only received oral sex near the tree in the last interview. I hadn't thought of that till now. Very near the tree where I found those bales when I sailed there in the lightning. The 18-foot lightning when I was skipping junior high school. It was very near that tree, man. I don't know why I remember that pole, and I don't remember her either. And it was not the Mermaid from hell. This one was something to do with, what do you call those plastic Tupperwares? Lexi's? I think she was Lexi. So yeah, that made my race. I never did find out who won, and this is just 1 year. So because of the bust off of Vero, we are totally left off the hook. I think it was something to the effect of, hey, you guys, man, shaking his head. What a riot, man.